So welcome to this tutorial on how to adopt a paleo lifestyle or a paleo diet. If this is something that you've been thinking about for a while and you're finally like, okay, I'm ready, I'm in the right spot, I'm ready to do this, I hope that this tool will help guide you through the process. And it's really more about the mindset and reflection than it is a diet guide. So this isn't going to give you recipes, it's not going to tell you what to eat. This is a reflection. Sorry, my dog's just a little bit... She's guarding the castle right now. So let's dive into it. This is Adopting the Paleo Diet. As with all my planners, you'll find this quick notes page at the front where you can kind of capture things really briefly. You know, maybe you have an idea, maybe you saw a menu recipe or just something you want to capture. I love to use this camera tool to take a snapshot of, a screenshot maybe of a recipe and drop it in here so you can do that. On this page, you can email me, you can visit the Etsy shop, you can go visit the website, and you can also see the how-to blog portion of the website. So find that all here on this home tab, which is where you can drop in your quick notes. On the next tab, which is the goals tab, you will get to this tutorial page, which is what I'm recording right now, but you'll also see this tutorial on how to insert notebooks into a hub. This notebook is really large with the 12 tabs and all the pages inside. It's already over 100 pages, and there's other things I would have wanted to add to this planner, but there just wasn't enough room. So you might want to consider a hub notebook, and this video will show you how to do it, and there's another page that will also explain the hub notebook system. But that will allow you to combine, if you want to have a recipe notebook, if you want to have another notebook on a meal planning, a meal matrix notebook. I have those in the Etsy shop, but I couldn't combine them into here because they're just too big. So the hub notebook will show you, it's basically like a folder. It's using a notebook as a folder to store other notebooks so that you can quickly go back and forth through all your notebooks without having to open and close different tabs. So that's what you'll find in this tutorial, and also find this tutorial we're recording right now. And then again, we're still in this goals tab. You will find here the goal page, which this is important. So why are you doing this? If you're going to adopt a paleo diet, why? What's your purpose? So this is really important. I think a lot of people forget as they're making this big lifestyle change that there has to be a why. If there's no why, you're not going to do it. So physical benefits, maybe you want to lose some inches, maybe you want to lose some weight, maybe you want to gain, muscle. So that's your physical benefits. Health benefits, maybe you want to lower your cholesterol, lower your blood pressure, maybe get out of a pre-diabetic situation. So these are some of the health benefits. So physical is your body, health is kind of your internal body. Some of the things you would find on a blood test, that's what you would put here. Lifestyle benefits, what's appealing to you about the whole paleo lifestyle? This isn't, paleo diet's not for everybody. So what is it about the lifestyle of someone who has a paleo diet that you really appreciate and really want to benefit from? And then maybe you have some other reasons why you want to do that. So that's what I've given you here is your why, very important. And then what foods are on your plan, because depending on which paleo website you're going to use as your reference, you're going to find different foods that are in and different foods that are out. So what are the foods that are in for you? Just some general things. Maybe there's a certain brand of paleo bars you really like, or a paleo protein shake mix or something like that. So put down here what are the things that are in. And then you have your start date and your target completion date. I've given you 12 weeks worth here. You may want to do all 12, maybe you only want to do 6. It's up to you. I wanted to give you plenty of time to adopt the diet. So again, this isn't about an end-all be-all. This is about 12 weeks of learning about the diet and then adopting it and finding what works for you. So that's what you'll find here on the goals page. And then on the reflections page, which is right behind the goals, is what you're going to come back to after. So after you've done the diet for however many weeks, you want to say, how did it impact your life? What were the changes? What did you notice about it? What did you like about it? And what are you going to do going forward? Are you going to keep a paleo diet? Are you going to modify it? Maybe you're only going to eat paleo a couple of days a week. It's up to you. So that's what you want to do is now that you've done this exercise, how are you going to incorporate into a permanent lifestyle? So that's what you'll find in reflections. And on the tracker tab is here. I wasn't sure what you're going to track, so I wanted to leave it open. So you have 12 weeks of tracking, and it's going to be, maybe you want to track your waist size, maybe you want to track your weight, maybe you're going to get some regular blood work and you're tracking some of those results every couple of weeks. Maybe you're tracking your sleep quality or whatever other benefits that you're looking for. These are the things you might want to track, your focus, your energy, something like that. You can track that here. So now we're moving into the heart of the planner, which is what these 12 tabs are all about. So you'll see the day of the week is up here, so Sunday, Monday. You also have a chance to write in the calendar date here. And what you're going to do is kind of put in your meals. What are you going to eat for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and your snacks? And the big thing are these two things right here. So you want to know how did you feel before you ate that meal or the snack, and how do you feel after? This is the key. Right? If the benefits are here as far as, are you feeling more energetic? Are you feeling more focused? Or are you feeling lethargic and sleepy? That's what you need to know, because it'll tell you what you need to know about that particular meal or that snack. Did you, when you get to lunch, find that your snack, you find that breakfast just didn't hold you over and you were starving? Well, that will help you clue in that maybe this breakfast needs to be something else, because you were just starving by the time you had the snack, or starving by the time you had the lunch, and maybe you skipped a snack. And that really makes you realize that either you need to change up your breakfast or you need to incorporate a snack, so when you get to lunch, you're not just ravenous. So this is very important as to how you feel before and after each meal. So before is pretty easy. After, maybe you want to set a timer to remind yourself for maybe 15 minutes after you finish your meal. Were you full? Were you snacky? Were you satisfied? Were you, thirsty? Whatever it is, you want to start to track that, because this will help you improve. So over on this side of the page, you're going to talk about, well, what was challenging about today? Maybe you didn't have enough time to actually eat this breakfast, or maybe you were so busy you wanted to eat a snack but you couldn't. What were the challenges? And what felt really easy today? Maybe your snacks were great, they fit in perfectly. Maybe your breakfast felt really easy and it held you over to lunch without needing a snack. That's what you want to know, is what felt easy, what was challenging, and then what were some of the other conditions that either helped or hindered your diet. So maybe your schedule was too busy and you didn't get to follow this meal routine. Or maybe you had a terrible night's sleep, and so you were starving all day just because it was a lack of sleep. So those are the things you want to make notes of here, is how were some other things impacting your ability to have this paleo diet. And then based on all of this, how do you want to adopt, or how do you want to make changes for tomorrow? So what worked really well, how do you do more of that? What was a big challenge? How do you work around that? These are important things, and you're going to do this for every day. So you're going to get better and better at this. You're going to be like, okay, this breakfast didn't work for me. Tomorrow I want to change up my breakfast. Or this snack was great and it really worked for me, so I want to make sure that I pick up a bunch of those snacks when I go grocery shopping next. That's what you're going to do with this. So every day you're reflecting on how you ate and what worked and what didn't work. And then when you get to the end of the week, you kind of want to summarize. So this is, you're looking for the patterns and the changes. So are you feeling more energetic? Are you sleeping better? Are you finding that you're too rushed, that this meal prep is just too overwhelming and you're not going to be able to stick with it? Then you need to make some changes. So that's where you want to take this time here to really reflect on, what do you need to do in order to make this plan work for you? And what is working in this plan that you need to do even more of? So that's your weekly reflection. And you have that again for every week. So here it starts over with Sunday, right? So when you click on these tabs, it will take you to the Sunday of that week. And then you have, at the end of that week, you have this weekly reflection. So that's what you want to do. You want to go through the whole planner, as many weeks as you want to do your weekly reflections, look at your meals, and then also, again, don't forget, when it's all done, you want to come back to this reflections page and talk about, now that you've done this experiment, or now that you've adopted this lifestyle, how are you going to go forward? So I hope that this helps you put it all together. Again, this is a tool. This doesn't have the menus and the recipes. That's for you to kind of find on your own. But again, you can get those other notebooks and combine them all into a hub notebook system so that you can put them all together. This was just too big for me to cram another page in here. So I hope that this helps you, and I wish you all the best on your journey.